This Diddy situation is wild, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Like, we've only got this TMZ article, but oh boy, it's a juicy one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so TMZ's reporting on these, the legal woes of Sean Diddy Combs and his mom, right? Janice Combs, she is fiercely defending him.
It's really interesting, right, to see how public perception gets all tied up in these legal battles, especially with somebody as, famous and as high profile as Diddy.
Totally. So just to recap for everybody, TMZ is saying Diddy's facing some serious charges. We're talking sex trafficking, racketeering, the whole 9 yards,
You're talking about a whole other level. These aren't just accusations of, bad behavior. This is a potential pattern of criminal activity, This is big stuff.
It's huge, right? And this is where it gets even more intense. Diddy's mom, Janice Combs, comes out swinging, right? She's not just saying oh, he's innocent. She's using terms like public lynching.
Yeah, talk about a powerful statement. And you're right. It's she's directly calling out what she sees as this rush to judgment, this condemnation before he's even had a chance, to defend himself in court.
And it doesn't stop there. She even says there's this whole narrative created out of lies. And get this, she says the truth, quote unquote, might be too complicated to be believed. What's that about?
See, that's what I find really interesting. That statement there, that's strategic.
Mm-hmm.
She's planting these seeds of doubt. Hey, maybe there's more to this.
Yeah.
Don't believe everything you read.
Yeah.
That kind of vibe.
And then, boom, another layer to this whole thing. We got a hotel video that supposedly shows Diddy getting physical with his ex, Cassie. Now, they settled that out of court, but Diddy's mom seems to suggest that maybe that settlement somehow led to this whole legal mess he's in now.
See, and that's where things get really interesting, legally speaking, because she doesn't, directly connect those dots, but she's putting it out there,
Yeah.
Is this some kind of retaliation? Are they using this past situation against him?
So many layers to this. And, you have to think about the human element here. This is a mother fighting for her son. Janice Combs is adamant that he's, quote, not the monster they have painted him to be, end quote.
Yeah, and that's an important reminder that public figures, they're people too, right?
Yeah.
They have families. They have personal lives. It's not just headlines and accusations. There are real people caught in the middle of all this.
Totally. It really makes you think, how much weight do we give to public opinion versus waiting for all the facts to come out?
So in a case like this, it's easy to form opinions, right?
Absolutely.
Based on what we see and hear, but there's always more to the story.
It's a lot to process. We've got this high-profile case, a mother's unwavering love, and a whole bunch of unanswered questions. Definitely something to keep an eye on.
Definitely. This is one that'll keep us all talking.
So what are your thoughts on how this whole situation, right, how it intersects with the court of public opinion? What do you think? How will this play out? Will that court of public opinion actually influence how this case goes?
Right. Well, that's the big question, isn't it? It'll be fascinating to see how this all unfolds. It really highlights, to me at least, the power, but also the responsibility of public figures when they speak out, especially when facing serious accusations.
It definitely makes you think. And on that note, that's a wrap on our deep dive into this developing story. As always, thanks for joining us, and keep those critical thinking caps on as we navigate the world one headline at a time.